Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of 2013's Evil Dead. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Evil Dead is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Shout Factory Screen Factory. It can be found as the slipcover edition, available at your online retailers. Now, when it comes to the film itself, of course, I am a huge Sam Raimi fan, and that means Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2 are absolutely just some of my go-to horror films. They are pretty much iconic in popular culture. And when an idea of a remake came along, for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of remakes, especially more modern ones. So I went into this one absolutely kind of with already a chip on my shoulder. But I have to say, after watching it, I really like it. In fact, it's one of my favorite remakes of a horror film. It really does a good job establishing its own identity, style, tone. And I just really dig it. Of course, you know, nobody's going to really match Ash, played by Bruce Campbell from the original films. But I think the film does a wise thing by not trying to. I think the characters all have, a little bit of a backstory to them. But, at the end of the day, I think they're pretty much cannon fodder for what's going on in, the Evil Dead portion. But I still really like the film. I think it's shot well. It's got some great scares, gory moments, the designs, the atmosphere. It really works. I like this movie a lot. I go back to it at least once a year or so, and it's a shame because I would like to see more films from the director in this particular franchise. I think it would be awesome. But yeah, Evil Dead, the 2013 remake. If you haven't seen it, go into it. It's pretty cool. All right, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment. But first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Evil Dead from Shout Factory Screen Factory. Slipcover is really nice, like it. Very red, but yeah, I think it works. And then we have the back, and the spine, interior, and we have the 4K disc. So yeah, very simple but very nice presentation from Shout Factory. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Evil Dead on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 239:1 aspect ratio. It was upscaled from a 2K digital intermediate with HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. To be honest, I was always pleased with how Sony's Blu-ray looked, at least when it comes to the picture quality. So I was curious to see what a 4K edition with HDR and Dolby Vision grading would do to the enhancement of the picture, considering the stylistic choices involved in the film. So to be honest with you, it's a little bit more of a subtle upgrade, but it's still noticeable. The best way to describe this new disc from Shout Factory is that the picture feels slightly more refined. The movie has never been particularly colorful by default, so color boosts are going to be incremental at best. Red is the most vibrant for obvious reasons. Blood still maintains that rich redness, especially in the third act with the blood rain. The rest of the somewhat muted palette isn't changed here much with Dolby Vision, just perhaps marginally fuller. The Sony Blu-ray already handled black levels very well. On the new 4K, they are just as atmospheric with deep and inky fullness. I didn't come across any instances of black crush. Shadow detail was certainly spot on. With this being a 2K DI, detail improvements aren't going to be night and day, more like night and later that night. If anything, the picture appears just a tad bit sharper. If this review of the picture sounds negative, I assure you it really isn't. If anything, this just speaks to the testament of an already good-looking Blu-ray disc. With the Source, you're only able to squeeze out so much from this particular film on this particular 4K. Evil Dead on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a DTS 5.1 audio mix. The DTS track from the existing Blu-ray ports itself over to the new 4K, and if you're at all familiar with that particular track, you know it's a banger. Of course, I have to make note here, as I would in very much similar cases, that an Atmos upgrade would have been most welcome, and at the very least, a selling point for those looking to upgrade to the new 4K disc. With that out of the way, this is a very aggressive, punchy sound mix. Surrounds offer plenty of ambience and atmospheric effects, everything from rain, supernatural chattering, and musical cues. The fronts handle a lot of the chaos on screen effectively, though sometimes the dialogue through the center can be a little difficult to understand during certain moments in the film. When the demons are slamming through the door or gunshots fire off, the low end hits with a satisfying thud and gives your sub a good rumble. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Evil Dead on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A-. If you're looking to upgrade from the existing Blu-ray, at the end of the day, this is not going to be a revelation between the two formats. Still, the 4K image does everything right within the confines of the source being used. This is one of those cases that new buyers are going to definitely benefit, but those looking to upgrade, you may want to just adjust your expectations. For the audio mix, I'm going to score this one an A- as well. Audio-wise, this is a robust, energetic track. The scares are given full range audibly and provide a nice experience for the listener. Of course, an Atmos upgrade would have been fantastic, but the DTS is really good in its own right. So that is my review of Evil Dead 2013 on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.